compete for titles in this moment, because if you see the goal we concede, it's throwing for us 90 minutes, and the team that is ready to compete for that use that ball in different way. But overall, it's important the performance of the team.
This is a very good Chelsea team, very good players. They also spent a few quits over the last couple of years. I think no one is in doubt of that. Well coached, and the way we compete with them today, the way they celebrated because they won, because they clearly respected us, and knew it would be a difficult game. So, and I think we easily could have got something, maybe probably this away from getting just a point if Fabio scores on that chance, and maybe we can win it. So I think there was a lot of positive in this game.
What happened at the end of the game? Marc Cucurella got sent off. Have you had any more information about that?
No, I just asked the referee, and he said to me that the second yellow card was for bad attitude. So
some irritation, I guess, because he's now going to be suspended for your next game, and that means a reshuffle of sorts.
Yeah, for sure. I said we have many things that we can do better, and this is one of them.
Never been sent off for a bad attitude?
No, thankfully in those days.
Thankfully in those days they weren't bothered about attitude.
No.
It kind of sums him up, really. He tried to get everybody wound up those last 5 minutes, but previously he'd been brilliant at Marc Cucurella. In fact, both fullbacks have.
Yeah, it's a shame for him because he does do some silly things, but he's a terrific player. And he was outstanding today, as was Malo Gusto, who came on against Tottenham at half-time last week and gave them better balance. When you play against the team with wing-backs and you have a wide man yourself and full-backs, it's very difficult for the team with wing-backs, Brentford here, to pick up the full-backs. We see Gusto in a lot of space, and there's Cucurella on the other side getting in the box, and we don't see two full-backs linking up like that very often. These two are really positive. They love going forward. Look, this is an easy pass out. Cucurella's got a 2v1 on the left-hand side based on Brentford's system. Now, maybe they felt they could deal with the crosses, but it caused them, especially in the first half, too many problems. Again, they've got no one getting near to Gusto. There's your man Cucurella, a bit more tucked in on that left-hand side, inside Sancho. They're not sure who's going to pick him up. He's running from late, he's running from out to in. Gusto getting on the ball in his own half, he's confident, he's got good feet, he's got great energy and fitness. And then at the bottom of your screen, there's your left-back Cucurella, overlapping Jadon Sancho, and again causing Brentford problems because they're getting outnumbered in wide areas. And it's brave. I mean, you know, there's turnovers at times and they're wide open, but they take this risk. You see the different positions of both fullbacks here. There's Gusto. This time he feeds it out. This is a brilliant cross in, but who's in there getting a diving header? What a goal that is from Cucurella. And if they keep taking these risks, they're going to win games and they're going to score goals, but they will be vulnerable. Same again second half. Even when they were winning the game, Gusto flying forward, running in behind the wing back into that space. Great pick out. Really good with his end product, I have to say. And again, they nearly score. And this is Cucurella mopping up in the middle of midfield, doing the good things that we talked about, and again creating another chance. But unfortunately for them, he's going to be suspended now.
With the pundits last week, Troy and...
What do they know, Mark?
What do they... Well...
What do they know about goalkeeping?
Well, yeah, they did say one of the reasons they thought Chelsea might not win it was down to they mentioned the defence, but they also mentioned the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
You are evidently disagreeing with them.
No, I mean, even today's performance, yes, he'd made some mistakes this season, don't get me wrong, but I think he the credit he should get is equal, because he's made some brilliant saves today. This is, I think it's maybe just been offside, but he wasn't, that's a brilliant 1v1 block. This is probably one of the saves of the weekend from Norgard. What a save this is. The replay, his agility, his flexibility to get up and get that over the crossbar. That's a brilliant save, a really brilliant save. And this is at 1-0 as well, chappers. All these saves are 1-0. So, if Brentford can get back into this one I love it because he's so quick off the ground. And at the end of the stuff you can't teach goalkeepers is bravery. He's thrown the kitchen sink at his feet there. He can get injured, obviously, and I'm probably a few scars to show that. But what I'm saying is he's brave, he's quick, and you see at the end, the shot at the end, his own teammates clapping him, the fans behind the goal clapping him. I think he's had a really good afternoon.
I thought what he also did well, just quickly, is his decision-making on when to kick and when to play out today was so much better. He kicked it long more often.
Do you take Maresca's point that, the kind of goal they conceded might show why they're not ready to challenge for the title? Or do you go, look, they're 2 points behind Liverpool, albeit having played a game more, they have to be in a title race?
The latter. I think he's just trying to take the pressure off his players.
Yeah, 2 points behind Liverpool. They're banging it. It's going to be a great title race, and I think this Chelsea team are playing with no fear as well.
So it felt like a really big win. Are you especially proud with about the way you guys were able to control the first half and the resilience you showed when it requires in the second half.
Exactly. I think we were in control of the game, probably unless the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes, where we concede. But I think it's also normal. But overall, I think we control the game, we create chances, and we score 2. We could score more. But overall, I think we deserve to win the game.
A lot of positives, so let's start with this one, because Marc Cucurella, we're going to get to the red card, but first the goal. Which set of skills do you see in him for him to be able to play both sides as a fullback and an attacking player? Because apparently you have a new attacking player now.
Yeah, for me, it's all about the position. You have to be in the right position, and if you are in the right position, you're going to, in that case, have a chance. So we work with Marc for this game to arrive and to occupy the right position. He was in the right position, and we score with Marc. That we are very happy.
A nice finish as well. It's a good header.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not something normal. First of all, because as you said, it's fullback. Then it's not a big fullback, tall fullback. But we work during the week for this kind of solution also, and we have been lucky.
And with Nicolas Jackson, before he scored, like 20 minutes before he scored, he misses a big chance, and then he goes and he tries again. He has a nice shot and he doesn't get it, and then he gets the second goal. What does it say about his mentality?
Yeah, I said after Tottenham game that in that game he didn't score, but he did the most important thing. That is, after we score the penalty with Cole Palmer, the 2-2, he was the only one. The rest, they were celebrating the goal, and he was the only one go for the ball because he wanted to win the game and start quick. So this showed the desire of Nico, and tonight he scored, but off the ball he was working hard, and this is what we need.
I imagine frustrated with the red card because Cucurella scored. You guys won the match. It was over, and he gets a second yellow for aggressive behavior. So he's a fiery player, but do you feel like he needs to dose it up better?
No, I asked the referee, to be honest. I didn't see the second yellow card. They just said to me that Marc was red card, so I asked the referee after the game. He said that the second yellow card was for bad attitude. And yeah, for sure there are things that we can do better.
Thomas, frustrated, especially not only for the results, but because you had some really good chances in the second half, didn't you?
Yeah, of course. I think we played a very good game here at Stamford Bridge. And I think actually we were unlucky not to get a draw. Some big chances we missed in the end. And I think we managed over the 90 minutes to go toe-to-toe in many moments with Chelsea, especially the second half. And I think a draw would have probably been okay fair. So very pleased with my players' performance in many ways. Nothing more to say.
Could you talk a little bit about the game plan? Because there was some really good defending in the first half, but was it one of those cases where you just had to sacrifice a little the offensive side of your game, or did Chelsea really force you on this one?
No, of course. Chelsea are a very good team, well coached, very good players, spent a few quid on the squad, and I think they are playing with confidence and they're good. So also credit to them to push us back a bit in first half. But I think in overall we took care of it. We had one where I think we should have done better on the 1-0 goal, but hey, that happens. Second half I think we were even more aggressive, went a bit higher in many moments. So very happy with that. You could see how much trouble we caused them, the way they celebrated the 2-0 goal, the way they celebrated the win in the end, the way they played short, tried to get the win, shows that this was, of course, a big win for them against us, which I'm pleased with the performance we had there. And I think their overall performance, okay, you can see City lost, Arsenal, Liverpool drew. I think they are right up there in the title race. They can talk all they want, but I think they're very good, and it's a big praise to them.
And their second goal comes in a moment where you guys were really pushing them and pressing and creating chances. What do you feel was key in the changes you presented in the second half? Was it more a matter of attitude or finding the right passes and the right spaces?
I just think we we keep staying in the game. We grew a little bit more into it throughout second half, and we created some very good chances.
In the end, a few arguments. What did you see on the pitch? We were talking now with Sepp, and he was just telling us that it was just a very competitive game, two teams who really wanted to win. But what can you tell us?
No, I'm the same. I agree. It was a very competitive game, two teams that want to win. That can get a little bit heated, no problem. We all want to win.
And again, here we are talking about the away form. Of course, you had really tough opponents away from home. But did you see any patterns tonight, that repeated itself compared to other games?
Yes, that we performed very well. So if we keep doing that, then that's a good pattern, and then I know over time they'll turn around.
This game week, and today Crystal Palace managed to beat Brighton for the first time in this fixture since 2021. A big rivalry that one is, so that was a significant win for Oliver Glasner's men. Manchester City lost out to Man United 2-1 in the end. That's now 1 win in 11 for City. Chelsea, there's confirmation of their victory over Brentford, and Southampton lost in the end 5-0 to Spurs. The action continues on Monday night again on the South Coast. Bournemouth up against West Ham. So let's see what this all means for the Premier League table. It's actually been a big weekend at both ends of the table. So Liverpool did drop points, but they retain a 2-point lead at the top. They do have a game in hand over Chelsea. Arsenal in third, and Forest up to fourth in the table. Man City just outside of the top four. And it's very, very tight between Aston Villa in sixth and then 13th place Manchester United, you can see in the bottom half of the table. Only a few points separating those teams in that middle section of the table, only 3 points between them. And if you look at the relegation picture there, well, Southampton, they've absolutely taken a hammering to their goal difference. It's still just the 1 win, 5 points from their opening 16 games. Wolves, well, that defeat that they suffered from yesterday against Ipswich meant that Gary O'Neill has lost his position as their manager, and Ipswich complete that bottom three. So plenty to reflect on.
We're hearing the celebrations. It feels like a really big win that took some resilience in the end as well.
Yeah, very big win. Not easy game. They're a difficult side to play with, but most important, we got the 3 points in the head, so we're happy.
What was important, especially in that second half when Brentford had that spell, when they were really trying and getting good opportunities to resist and to defend as a team?
Yeah, it was difficult because they always play like set pieces, and put in a lot of people in the box. And it was a very hard game, though, but we won, and we are delighted and very happy now.
And especially in the first half, you guys really controlled the game, 15 shots. It was a very impressive attacking performance. What was key to have this level of control against Brentford?
Yeah, the key was listen to the manager and respect the plan, and then we did exactly that. And the first half we controlled, and then we scored, and then the game was a little bit open, and then we got the second one. But in the last minute it was more difficult because they wanted to score again. But thank God we got the 3 points. It was the most important.
This level of control that you showed in the first half, do you feel like it's one of the main points of progress from Chelsea from last season to this season to be able to reach this level of control?
Yeah, we're getting to know each other better, the players, them listening to the manager and doing. Last year is finished, now we just concentrate on this year and try to go forward.
Yeah, moving forward is all that they're going to be focusing on, and they'll be hoping to replicate the form we've seen so far. Look at their last 7 results in all competitions, 7 wins on the spin, Karen. That's impressive.
It is, but again, I would say, given the squads, their games, I would expect them to get results again, but nevertheless, they still have to do it, and they're right on the money. I think, as Tim mentioned there, the Europa League conference there is a massive win for them as well, because you can keep momentum, players giving minutes, and the biggest thing is keeping a happy training ground, and that's been a massive difference for them. And like I said, the manager's got a style, a system out of them, and everyone's playing really, really well.
And credit to the manager, actually, for keeping those players happy, because he has an awfully big squad to keep happy. Let's talk Nicolas Jackson. We heard from him there. Well, as we were watching the game, we saw there were a couple of moments that he missed some key chances, didn't he? He got the goal in the end, but we saw almost the good and the bad.
Well, not just today. I think all seasons. Well, since I've seen Nicolas Jackson, he's so unpredictable. At times, he looks like someone playing in Soccer Aid who's not a footballer. I mean, look at his chance here. Look, I mean, that looks like someone who's a rapper or an actor or something trying to play football. I mean, with that chance. But then, all of a sudden, he just turns it on. He's such a threat because he tries to get in behind. He doesn't mind if he misses chances because he knows he's one to come. I mean, look at that there. I mean, that is a man, but we're going to show you something now which is undefendable. You can't defend this. As soon as this turns the ball, Cucurella does brilliant, turns the ball over, and Maresca, Enzo gives him the ball. And once he's in this position, not everyone can do this. He's got a talent to be able to do this. It's incredible. He scores the hardest chances and misses the easiest ones. But you need to be a big character to do that because he always wants to put himself on offer. I've got a lot of time for him. He's scored 9 Premier League goals now. But that's a very difficult chance. He's got so much to do. He drives and drives, keeps his balance well, smashes it in the bottom corner. Fantastic, wins in the game. But he puts himself on offer all of the time, and I admire that from him.
There's been so much talk about whether he is the man, whether he can be the man to lead the line for Chelsea. Do you think he can be?
His numbers are there at the moment for the others in the league. Look at that. That's for Chelsea, though, after 50 appearances. But in terms of the rest of I think the top is Salah's obviously up there. I think he's got 13. So he's not that far behind in terms of who's leading the line there. So as Tim said, he's got the players around him. If he just couldn't keep his composure in and around the 18-yard box, you know, he's definitely a threat for them this season. And yeah, you have to give him kudos to him.
He's only young, Kaz. He can still develop. He can still get better. And I'm sure this manager will be showing him them chances and showing him how he can improve and get his coaching team out there with him and recreate these chances again. This is something you haven't got to recreate with him. He's good at this. We know he's good at that. But that chance when he's almost not ready and then it just comes to him and he almost looks surprised and he has a straight leg with his left foot and it's an awful technique. But this one, you don't have to coach him that. I mean, he knows that. That is easy to him. But I think he's got an all-round game. He's ahead of Didier Drogba, one of the best centre-forwards they've ever had after 50 games.
After 50 games, 23 goals. He's in fantastic company there. It can only get better for him, surely.
I think so. I think so. And he looks like a real good character, like I say. It takes a big character to put yourself on offer at the bridge and around the Premier League and have big chances and miss them and take the criticism, but still put yourself on offer to get them chances again. And he takes difficult chances. That's what he does. If he can finish the easy ones, his numbers will double.
Yeah, and that number 9 shirt comes with a lot of pressure, doesn't it?
At Chelsea, it does.
It does, doesn't it? Look, they were 1-0 up, and then after that, there were a couple of decent